So let's get started. We're gonna flow, we're gonna get into our legs a lot. They're gonna burn, that's what we want. We're offering hip stability today, squeezing everything up and in. Really great because the body's spreading apart. So we're trying to zip it back in just a little bit, keep it strong. So as we're expanding, the muscles are building just as they're also stretching, so we're nice and balanced. So we'll start just soft child's pose, knees as wide as you need, feet as wide as you need. Belly's just gonna hang in between, arms go anywhere. Again, you can support the head if you need that too. We'll kind of see what's going on today. Melt yourself back there, wiggle everything in. Maybe forehead's on the ground, maybe it's on your forearms. And just breathe, big breath in. Soft shoulders, breath out. Let everything go, just start to sink, breathe in. Big sigh out, breathe out. Seal your lips, breath in. Through your nose, breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Good, keep your breath moving. Just start to press your palms down so your arms come nice and straight. Spin the soft part of your elbows up so you're wrapping your arms down. Reach your butt bones back a little bit longer through the spine in general. Now we're getting supported, and right away squeeze those outside hips in. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Good. So nice and strong in the body. Push into your hands. Shift to all fours. Ooh, I'm going to turn the timer on. Nice and long in all fours. Gaze will be more forward. Take some weight into the fingertips. Wide through the chest. Inhale, high belly drops, cow. Exhale, big dome in the background. Two more. Inhale. Exhale, cow. Inhale, cow. Let that feel good. Exhale, cat. Good. Long, flat spine. Stamp into in space. Right away, squeeze the outsides of the hips in. I know it's tempting to sink, but again, we're pulling up, gazing forward. Drag those hip bones forward so that baby gets support. Wide through your chest, just for 3. Just for 2. 1, right knee comes down, left leg moves back. Again, you want to sink, pull out of that. Press, lengthen, 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 belly up, hip bones forward for 3. For 2. And 1, good, let that go. Right leg back. Push through your heel, lengthen through your head. Good, just pulse the heel up, 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 up. Breathe. Shh, 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 shh. Last 4, 3, 2, let that go. Good. Left leg moves back. Strengthen it first, outside of the hip squeeze, pulse. Up, up, up. Heart forward, just breathe. Shh, shh, shh. Last 4, 3, 2, 1, good, let that go. Flip your hands around, stretching into the backs of the wrists, so pinkies in, thumbs out. You can hinge back a little if you need, you can rock forward if you need. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Good, tops of the hands flip down. Good, good, good. Just really fix your clothes. Long flat spine, toes are going to flip down. You're going to lift up to hover. So pull the hip bones forward. Just for 3. Press against the earth. Just for 2. 1, downward facing. Hips go high. Pat out the feet. Again, this is your down dog. Making space. Good, good, good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Settle into a nice stillness here. Press into the fingertips. Reach through your butt bones. Breath in. Breath out. Good. Right leg lifts up in space. We're going to open the hips. So the knee is going to stack on top of the right hip. You want to roll, but instead of rolling, we know not to do that. We're going to put our right armpit back down where it was. We're going to let the side of the body lengthen. You can move the knee, the ankle, the hip if you want. 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. Right leg comes back to where it was, nice and long and straight. You're going to step through to your low lunge. You step as wide as you need to get there. Wiggle it back in. Blocks are there if you need, not here long. Just find a really spacious low lunge first, so there's a lot of room. Step into your feet. Feel the hips. They want to sink. Your job is to pull them back together. Breathe in. Shift to the tips of your left toes. Left knee comes down on the ground. You're going to take your hands, put them on your right thigh. And instead of just pushing down, you're going to push down and forward to lift your chest up. So you're making space. Really active with the hands. Gaze will go forward. And what we're trying to do is make more space from the hip to the thigh bone, right? So the hip bone is lifting up, the thigh bone is dropping down on both sides. You're stepping hard into your right foot. Lots of space into that left hip is what we're looking for. Belly wants to sink down. You're going to very specifically, with your clothing, pull it up, up, up. So butt bones are dropping down, down, down. That's always the shape we're looking for. Baby's getting a lot of support. Low back feels really happy. Little bit of pressure into the thigh, wide through the chest. If you want to take the gaze up and that feels manageable, you can. It will start to get wobbly, so press into your feet even more. Lift up even more. So lots of length here, lots of support in the belly. Breathe in. Breathe out, shoulders down. Breath in. Gaze comes back forward. Left toes flip down. If they haven't already, flip them down. You're going to push into the thigh, press into the feet, and lengthen out the left leg. If it feels too wide, it certainly does for me. You're just going to nudge forward just a little bit. Settle your hips again. And again, you're pressing away from your thigh. You're not leaning into your thigh. Drag your right hip back in space. Belly is sagging. Pull it up and forward wide through your chest. If this feels like all you got today, stay here. Just keep thinking of the legs being strong. Hands can also go to heart center, or they can fly back in space if you want the most out of this. Pull that right hip back wherever you are. Breathe just for 3, just for 2, and 1. You're going to bend your left knee as much as you need. Bones straight down to the ground and lift your arms up. This is a crescent and Anjayasana. Belly right away. You're just lift it up. Good. If you want more, press through your left heel and keep thinking left hip bone forward. So the leg's trying to get longer, but you're not getting taller. You're staying nice and low. It's all inside the body. Baby and belly are still going up. Arms can be up or hands at heart center, whatever makes sense for you. Breathe. Breathe. Drop through the legs a little bit more. Let them burn. You're right there. Breath in. Good. Breath out. Arms come above your head if they're not already. Gaze forward, maybe a little bit down. Shift into your right leg. Step forward. Whoo, here in a chair pose. Reach down if you have a block. You're going to grab it, put it in between your inner thighs, and sit. If you don't have a block, no big deal. Block at its most narrow, up at the inner thighs, the soft part of the legs rather than by the knees, and then just sit so you're squeezing everything in. So if you don't have a block, you're still squeezing in even though that block's not there. Knees tend to want to point in or out. You're tracking them straight forward. Whew, yes, breathe, breathe, breathe. Weight through the heels, weight through the heels. Toes are light. When you look down, you can see those toes. Arms are overhead, but if you're like, nope, not today, arms are heart center. Drop the weight. Breathe in. Breathe out, let it burn. Breathe in. Boy, is it burning today. Breathe out. Last one, breath in. Breath out. Arms come overhead if they're not already. Gentle open twist to the right. So right arm's just going to swing back in space. Gaze can go back or stay sideways. Roll your right shoulder out of the way. Right hip is going to want to go back. You're going to pull it forward so the twist is just in the rib. So baby has a lot of space. So we're twisting in the rib cage. Everything else is staying the same. So it could be very small. Breath in. Sit and breath out. Good. Inhale comes back up. Stand all the way up. Oh, that's going to feel so nice. Lift up towards the sky. Gaze up to the sky. Open your throat. As you breathe out, pull your shoulders down as you pull your belly button up more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in and gaze forward. Stay really in the bottom. It's a lot. Squeeze that block if you have it. If not, just squeeze your inner thighs in. You're going to hinge right at the hips. Head, butt bones always stay in the same place. You're going to go forward and bend your knees as much as you need. Head's reaching forward, butt bones reaching back, arms in front of you. Really long, really spacious, as far down as you can go, and then you're going to release. Block is going to move out of your way. You're just gonna fold, and you can widen those legs as much as you need. Mine certainly need to widen a lot. Shake everything out. Let it all go. Fingers on your shins or on your blocks. Come back to just about hip width distance there in the legs. Find a halfway lift. Let it fold. Halfway lift. Let it fold. Last one, halfway lift. Let it fold. This time plant your hands. You're gonna step straight back to a high plank. Long through the body right away. If you need to shift and put your knees down, you're doing that. Give me more through the neck, give me more through the heart, everybody. Pull your hip bones up, belly in, so we're not sinking, we're supporting that abdomen, we're supporting that baby. Press away from the earth just for 3, or you're in a full plank just for 1, downward facing dog. Whew. Move it around, let all of that go. Full breath in, full breath out. Press into your hands. Inhale, your left leg lifts up and you're going to open the hips, so let it stack. Remember, you're going to want to roll. Try not to do that. Drag your left armpit back down where it was. So you're stretching through the side body. You can move your ankle, your knee, your hip, anything you need. Inhale, left leg comes back to neutral, so settle the hip bone down. Exhale, big step, nice wide step into your low lunge. Blocks are there if you need. I just need to fix everything. You're just going to shift around a little bit, find that really long, really juicy low lunge so it feels supportive. Hips are turning themselves on right away. Much more through the heart. Activate the belly, shift to the tips of your toes. Knee comes down to the ground. Left hand, right hand, push up and forward, up and forward, up and forward. You're moving bones away from bones, right? We're not sinking here. It feels much more, I'll say natural and easy, but it's actually putting a lot of pressure in the spine. So move hip bone away from thigh bone. Lift up. Give yourself some space. Press, press, press. Settle the hip down. Maybe you gaze up, maybe not. Just a couple breaths here. Open the heart and throat if you're gazing up. Soften the shoulders down. No matter where you are, you're thinking a lot of length in the front of that right hip. Last one in. Step into your left foot. Last one out. Ooh, this side's wobbly. Gaze forward, press into the thigh. Right toes flip down if they haven't already. Straighten the right leg. If it feels like too wide of a step, it is. Draw it in a little bit and then push through the heel. Settle through the hips so the left hip moves back, but we're not sinking. We're lifting out of it, so you're pressing away from it. Hands again, heart center, or can fly back if you want it. Pull that baby up, sink through the hips. Press into your feet, squeeze, outer hips in, outer hips in. Good, breath in, breath out. Right knee bends as much as you need. We need tailbone to drop down, head to lift up. So the shape just went from a diagonal to a straight line. If that back foot's sliding, pull it in, press through the heel and drop. Weight through your pelvis so you can make that baby lighter. Arms can go up or to heart center, whatever's calling to you. Press the palms if they're at heart center. Reach through your right heel, press through your right hip. Reach through your right heel, press through your right hip. Really deep, deep inner stretch. Good. Breath in. Breath out. Let it shake. I certainly am. Last one. Breath in. Breath out. Arms come up overhead. Soft launch off for the right foot. Step forward. Chair. Whew. Drop your weight. Reach down, grab that block if you have it. Inner thighs. Fix, fix, fix. Adjust, adjust. Sit, 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 sit. Good. Weight into the heels. Pick the baby up, right? Don't let it sink. Butt bones are closing towards each other as the baby lifts up. Arms are up or at heart center. You're right there. Let it burn. You can see your toes. If not, get into your heels, sit deeper. I know it burns. It's supposed to. You're right there. 2 more. Listen to the sweet sound of sirens. You're right there. Last one. In and out. Easy twist. Left arm swings. You widen your chest. You soften your shoulders. You sit. Breath in. Breath out. That's it. Breath in. Stand all the way up. Weight goes into the heels. Lift up, gaze at the ceiling. Slide your shoulders down your back. Again, we're not letting everything go. We're lifting up. Lifting up, lifting up, lifting up, lifting up. Breathe in, gaze forward.
Bend your knees, hinge. Hinge, think back and forward, back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. Reach, 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 reach. And fold. Whew, get rid of that block. Go wide first, let everything just drop and sink. Shake it out. Breath in. Breath out. Feet wiggle back to a manageable hip width, so maybe a little bit wider. Half lift the spine. Weight is out of the heels. You're way forward and then you fold. Half lift the spine. And then you fold. Half lift the spine. And then you're going to fold. You're going to plant your hands. Step back to your very last high plank. Nice and long. Drag your heart forward. Press through your heels. Turn that baby on. Pull it up, pull it up. Widen through your chest. Last 3. Last 2. Shift through your knees. Drop them down. Whew. Take a seat back on your heels. Give yourself a moment. If you need to roll your shoulders, slow the breath down. That's where you want to be. Full and deep breaths in. Full and deep breaths out. Good. Take a seat. Stretch to our hips. I'll turn facing you so you can kind of see what's going on. Left leg will go nice and long. Nice and too. So make it as straight as it can. So press through the heel. Knee can be bent. Totally fine. Right ankle cross over top. Blocks can be beside you. If you have them and you want to use them, you can. Heel. Left heel. Ooh, these. There we go. Get that belly. Sit up tall. If this feels like enough in the hip, in the back of the leg, just stay here. If you want a little bit more, you can use your fingers on the ground and hinge with a flat back, or you can take you, blocks with you and hinge. If you want to soften it, you can fold. So the spine's either really straight or really soft. That's up to you, whatever feels better in your hip. And then you're going to let the hips soften a little bit. You're going to keep energy through the heels. Not really intense, just a light energy, so the legs are working. Breath is smooth. Let everything slow down. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Roll yourself back up to a seat. Out. Little pat, little wiggle, little shake. Right leg's long and straight. Straight-ish. If the right knee needs to bend, fine. Push through the heel. Forward. Let's see what's going on here. Why am I blinking? I don't know. Maybe we're okay. Widen. Maybe soften. A couple more rounds. Good. Gently roll yourself up to the seat. Legs are going to spill really wide. Nice long V. Ooh. Hip caught a little bit there. Let that go. Blocks, no blocks, whatever you need. You're just going to round forward and down. Might feel nice to have a block under your head or your arms. Let that belly just hang. Let the legs be really soft here. Let everything go. Each exhale makes you softer. Each inhale fills you up. Last round in. Last round out. Slowly roll yourself up to a seat. Come to a comfortable seat. Maybe you cross your legs. Maybe you sit on your heels. Maybe you just leave your legs long and extended where they are. Hands will come up through heart space. Shoulders down. Butt bones heavy. Just breathe in. Soften out. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your nose. One more round on your own. Settle your chin to your chest. Thank yourself for taking a moment to work it out, to slow it down, to connect, to let everything else go. Last inhale. Last exhale. That's it. You did it. Hopefully you felt that burn. That's what we want. Toning, keep that toning going. You need those strong legs. They're holding everything else up for the rest of your life, so keep them strong. Yay! Bye. See you later.